Welcome to another episode of Live with Suzi. I have the pleasure of speaking to the lady who has done a lot for our community, and we are very proud of her achievement, the fact that she brought a lot of us together, awareness about cancer. Cancer, it's I don't know how to say it, it's an issue, or used to be an issue and a problem with a lot of us. We wouldn't even want to say it. I've been around people who had it, they would hide it, they wouldn't want to talk about it. But thanks to someone like Mrs. Sadler, Houri Jun, I have a pleasure of being and calling her my friend for the past so many years. And she made it so easy on us. She talked about it. She raised awareness, which is the most important thing. Once we have an awareness, then we have the power, and then we're not so afraid of things. We know how to deal with it. And this is why Mrs. Sadler is here to talk to us about her foundation, her organization called PACI, Persian American Cancer Institute. So many years. She is the founder, she did it all, and here she is talking to us. Thank you so much, Houri Jun, for being here and talking to our viewers and audience. By the way, we go through podcasting as well and Spotify, and you can hear us all the time with all the episodes. Tell us about it. How's everything?
First of all, good evening to you, and it's nice to see your pretty face. And good evening to anybody is watching this. It's a pleasure to sit in here, and I'd be so happy to say PACI is yours. Oh. Is belong to the gentleman behind the camera. Is belong to the young lady accompanying me.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any stake in this life anymore. Whatever I do is for you guys, for the benefit of you, and hopefully one day for the grandchildren of yours.
Of course, generations to come.
Exactly, because as you said, cancer name is taboo. Mm-hmm. It's very obvious. It's still taboo. And one of the reasons I took this space, because actually this step I took, Susan Komen Foundation hired me to do a research. Why is it Middle Eastern women get less cancer, but they die more? Mm. So when I start this, and I start the research on it, we started with Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iranian, and Saudi Arabia, and Turkey, and then also African American. So I put the team together, and we start doing this research. And then middle of the research, I find my own cancer in my breast. But the reason I'm sitting here, and I got lucky because I was showing the women how do they do exam and what they supposed to do. And when I was doing it, then I felt a tumor on my own.
Oh dear.
And of course, it was a bit unbelievable for my gynecologist, my regular doctor, even for my husband. To everybody told, because I'm talking about the cancer so much. But it was a cancer. I went through 4 surgery, and I'm sitting in here, and I find out the result of the research is the name of a cancer is so scary, we don't want to repeat it. Mm-hmm. A minute you say it, they tell us, astaghfirullah, don't say that, it's not, it can be. And also not doing enough prevention. If
Absolutely.
we do a screen, if we go after it, if you find it, it's hardly any cancer could kill you. Mm-hmm. If you find it early.
Exactly.
You find it
you
early.
You always used to say early detection
save lives.
I always remember
and
that.
And this
sentence.
is one of the logo for a PACI. Mm-hmm. We always say, if you find it soon enough, is enough treatment these days, and it's coming more and more. Suzi Jan, is the event True. Is coming, mm-hmm. and somehow we got lucky, and that is. We make a connection with Dr. Love, mm-hmm. and I find out Dr. Love is coming up with a 3D for the breasts.
Oh, wow.
Usually for a mammogram, you know, they take your breast, they put it between the two, whatever they call it, and they push it until you scream. It's not those anymore. You put it in a water, they put you in a water, and they do a 3D. And if your cancer is in a duct, and if you are not in a menopause, you get cured with a couple of shots.
Wow.
No chemo, not moving up your breasts.
And it's already out there, they're practicing it, they're actually
She's
testing
bringing it out.
Wow.
And in the event is upcoming for PACI with the effort of a Maz Jobrani and another 6 comedians, which you know them better than me. So hopefully Dr. Love will be there.
Oh, super.
And few minutes we'll talk about this invention, and hopefully no other company, mammogram and stuff would squash it. They would let it come up, and we will have the best way to find out exactly how we're going to deal with the breast cancer.
Perfect.
Which, Suzi John, it used to be from 5 women, 1 was getting it. Unfortunately, it's from 3, 1 getting it now.
Wow.
And they do the production of, pretty soon it's going to be from 2 women, 1 get it.
Oh,
and from
goodness.
2 of us sitting here, thanks the Lord, I have it. So you're going to be safe.
Oh, well,
How about that?
Well, I don't know about that, but thanks
Yes.
for the word of confidence. But anyway, back to what Mrs. Sadler is saying. Early detection really does save lives, and it's not just a saying, it's a proven fact. And we are so thankful for what she has done for us, for PACI, for its existence really, Persian American Cancer Institute. The website is paci.org, O-R-G. We put it, and I'm sure you can follow it through. You can see what they do. Be the match also is another thing that PACI does and firmly believes in it. The events PACI does throughout the year, including the one we're talking about right now, which is coming up in Laugh Factory, October 15th is a Tuesday. And we also had the pleasure talking to Maz Jobrani. I don't believe anyone who sees or hears this show who does not know the name of Maz Jobrani, a very well-known, worldwide known stand-up comedian, actor. Maz Jobrani is everywhere. He travels everywhere. He's very popular. He's been to a lot of late-night shows here on television in US, and of course amongst us Iranian, he's very well-to-do stand-up comedian, and we all have a high respect for him. He's part of this. He's been part of PACI from almost at the very beginning that I remember, just like I have been with the media. I've always supported what Mrs. Sadler does, and on a regular basis, which is why this interview is happening now. And I'm so thrilled that you actually made time to come here and talk about it because of its importance. And then there is also another event that we will talk about it when the time gets nearer. That's a fashion show that PACI does every year almost, and we're going to be talking about that. It's going to be happening in 2020 in February. But the one we're concentrating on today is about the event at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood on Sunset. And Maz is there, Maz Jobrani, and there are other 2 Iranian stand-up comedians. Max Amini is going to be there, another good friend of mine, and also Tehran, another good friend of mine. So it's going to be a wonderful evening. We do want to urge you to get your tickets as soon as you can. Go to the website of paci.org. And also, if you cannot attend for any reason, which we understand, you can always donate and help. So I hope I haven't left anything.
You haven't left anything. The only things I want to say, first of all, Maz Jobrani is something every single Iranian, including every American, know him. They should be proud. True. Because the man make you laugh in the same time. He's so educated, and he does so much for the public. Also, he's a president of the organization of PACI.
Congratulations,
this is his show.
Okay.
And the one upcoming, which is a fashion show, is going to be on a February 22nd, is a still Maz Jobrani show. Of course, he have a helper like Marjan June or Mahdi. They're going to put it together, and it's going to be an excellent one. But like you said, let's talk about this event. This event, the reason I emphasize it is so important, first of all, hopefully we will have Dr. Love there. Also, they could see how many lives PACI saved. So
true.
far, we saved 42 lives by finding a match for them. And if you come that night, you will see a couple of them in a stage, and you'll be so proud of yourself to be a part of a PACI, helping and pushing it go forward to have your own registry. Iran does not have registry. Not in Iran, not any other place. Here so far, we registered 64,000 people.
Wow, that's
and
excellent.
these 64,000 Iranian, they were generous enough to give their DNA. So hopefully someday they will get matched with someone. You should be proud of yourself if you are a member of it. And if you are not, please go register. It is so simple now. In your phone, you could do it. So if you come that night and have fun 2 hours with Maz Jobrani, also we're going to give you the number. You go in your cell phone and you register.
Exactly.
And we pay for it. You don't have to pay for it. Part of the proceed of that night is going to go to Be the Match, and they will be there and they're going to explain to you. And one of the example is Dr. Love.
Yeah.
When she was young, she got leukemia.
Oh, wow.
And by finding a match, she's alive.
There we go. So you see, early detection and knowledge and being powerful and not be scared and reach out when you need help, it all helps. And we do have the opportunity here. So we do thank you. I'm very proud of you, especially not only because of the organization, but you just see the love and the passion that Mrs. Sadler has it. It's all natural about her and who she is. And you can't help but just love what she does.
You're kind, but let me tell you something. If it wasn't people like you to bring it up in the air and get it to the public, they wouldn't know. My voice is a one voice. Your voice is a 1.5 million voice.
Well,
and that 1.5 million voice better get to you, whoever you are, you're watching this, and join us. It's your organization. Do something about it. First of all, do early detection about yourself and your family, and then join the PACI, and hopefully we will see you. I think I talk enough, so right now is the best to listen to see when Maz talking.
I totally agree.
He is magnificent, and also he's a president, so let's listen to him.
Yes, let's listen to Maz Jobrani. Hello, Maz Jobrani. This is Suzi talking with you, and thank you so much for speaking to our audience and viewers.
Thank you for having me, Suzi, and always a pleasure speaking with you.
Likewise. I know how busy you are. You have so many upcoming events in different states, and being so busy, I appreciate the time. We would have loved to have you here in person in my new studio in Century City. However, it's great to have you even over the phone. And tell us about your work with PACI, Persian American Cancer Institute. For so many years, you've been a big part of these organizations, and I know they're having an upcoming event. So tell us more about it, Maz, if you would.
Of course, yeah. It's always been my pleasure to work with PACI, the Persian American Cancer Institute. As your listeners might know, it was started by Mrs. Sadler, and one of the reasons she started it, Houri Sadler, was to bring the attention of the Iranian community to some of the issues related to cancer in our community. And one thing she has always done, and I've always been a part of it, and now I'm on the board as well, she has always had a fundraiser where we raise money, and we give that money to Be the Match, which is a national organization where they encourage people to become bone marrow donors, which is just a donation of your blood to someone who might need a bone marrow transfusion to survive cancer. It's a very easy thing to do to be a bone marrow donor. You just get some Q-tips, you do a cotton swab in your mouth, and you send it in. And if you match, you can help save someone's life. So every year we've been doing a fundraiser for that. Also, as some people might know, I lost my sister to breast cancer, Maryam Jobrani, just a few years ago.
I know.
Yeah, thank you. So I've been doing a fundraiser for Maryam, and we take that money and we give it to an at-risk youth facility for at-risk youth in Los Angeles, as well as to a scholarship at UC Berkeley where both Maryam and I went to school. So this year with PACI, we decided to combine the events. So we're calling it Maryam's Gift in cooperation with PACI. And we're going to take the proceeds from the fundraiser and give it to those charities, to PACI and Maryam's charities. And basically it's going to go to 3 good causes. And I've put together a very strong lineup of stand-up comedians, American comedians, some Iranian-American comedians. Maximini will be there with us. Tehran will be there. Chris D'Elia, who's one of the hottest comedians working today. Brian Callen, another great comedian. Ian Edwards, who just had a special come out on Comedy Central, as well as Cristela Alonso, who had her own TV show on ABC. So we're going to have a nice, diverse lineup of comedians. I will host it. It will be on October 15th, which is the night of Maryam's birthday. She would have been turning 50. So we're going to celebrate her birthday that way. And we expect a sellout crowd. And so if people want to come, they should get their tickets as soon as possible by going to PACI, P-A-C-I, PACI.org/tickets. And if they can't make it for some reason, they can always donate by going to PACI.org/donate. And if they're able to come out and laugh with us, I guarantee it's going to be a very fun night. They will benefit from the laughter, and they will benefit from knowing that they are giving to some good causes on October 15th at the Laugh Factory on Sunset in Hollywood.
Bravo. Thank you, Maz. I don't know how to thank you. You've always been great helping everyone, and we totally appreciate all you do. And thanks again for your time. I can't personally wait to be there at the Laugh Factory on October 15th, and we actually have a night to celebrate, to donate, to help bring up awareness, as PACI and you always do. Really, really appreciate your time and looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you, Suzi June. Have a great day.
You too, dear. Take care and bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Tuesday, October 15th at the Laugh Factory is going to be a night of fun and yet awareness and helping one another. And that's all we can say. Thank you for your time and attention. Don't forget PACI.org. Get your tickets through the website. It would link you to the Laugh Factory and get your tickets. If you can't make it, you can still help always. Thanks again for watching. Thank you, Mrs. Sadler.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you.
Remember, you are 1.5 million voices.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you too, sweetheart. Thanks.